Hey guys, hope you're doing well. Today, I'm here to talk about one of the small things, and sometimes it's the small things that are most important. I'm talking about my mouse, the new mouse, this Logitech MX Master 3. I'm Brandon, and this is another SOC review. Let's go.
Yeah. Okay. Now let's go. It's another exclusive. SOC and Marlo. Let's get it. Let's go. Come on. Yeah. Remember when I used to tap home?
So yeah, I hope you guys are doing well. I am here today to talk about this new mouse, the Logitech MX Master 3. And long story short, I've been changing the desk setup. I'm sure you guys can check that out in a previous episode just up here. But I wanted to talk about the mouse. That's really important to me because one of the things I'm trying to do with this new setup is make sure the ergonomics are on point. A lot of editing, a lot of mousing, a lot of keyboard strokes, a lot of everything. And safety in the mouse is really important. And since I've tried this mouse for a little while, I haven't had any pain in my wrist. And I think that's the number one reason I really like this thing. Not only that, I'm really happy with some of the capability that the mouse brings. So with that new functionality, I'm able to have two different scroll wheels. There's a scroll wheel vertically, which we're all typically used to, and there's also a horizontal scroll option. Now, on the vertical option, you have two different vertical scrolling possibilities. One where you don't feel any clicks, there's no tactile feedback, you just spin it and it goes. And so if you have a lot of scrolling to do, it's one move, you blast through websites or through your timeline, whatever the case may be. Then you can actually activate the scroll function. You can get that tactile feedback, which is really nice sometimes when you want the real precise. Now with the horizontal scrolling thumb wheel, there's no tactile feedback. It just kind of has one setup. So you just scroll with that and that's the speed you get. That takes me into the second piece that's pretty important about this mouse. And that is the fact that it is completely customizable. In addition to the scroll wheels, there are multiple buttons. There's push buttons for the different scroll wheels. There's actually a button inside the thumb pad that you can use for multiple functionalities. Certainly you can change the amount of speed and the sensitivity, but on different axes, which is really cool. The software that comes with the mouse, Logitech Options, is really top notch. You can change settings for global or for all apps, it does the same thing. But for me, when I'm doing a lot of editing in Final Cut Pro or I might do graphics in Photoshop, you can change it up for every app so there's a specific use for each one of those customizable buttons. And that is really where the efficiency in the workflow comes through. It actually uses a lithium-ion battery, so I can use my USB-C cable, just plug it right in, and there's no more swapping out batteries, which seemed to be a bit of a drain. No pun intended, I guess. But it would be a pain, certainly, right when you're ready to do a project or come down and your battery's out and you got to do a swap. So who knows, over time, there might even be return on investment there. I'm such a fan of this one right here that I'll probably go back and actually get the keyboard, which is actually pretty dope as well. Same USB charging, there's some of the tactile feedback, there are customizable options, and the ergonomics I'm imagining are an improvement. So those are three reasons I'm making this move. I'll still keep my Apple mouse. Now when I look at the form factor of this mouse versus the Apple mouse, it's certainly a little bit bigger, but for all those benefits I just described, it's worth it for me. I'll keep the Apple mouse because it can fit nicely in the Peak Design bag. I can just drop that in and it fits perfectly for portability. But all in all, I'll be using this one probably 95% of the time. So of course the question is, how much does this thing cost? Well, whether you're on Amazon or Best Buy or wherever you may shop, for me, I found it for about $99 on average. I think that's a reasonable cost for all the functionality I'm getting, and this will be my primary mouse of choice. So final thoughts. Yeah, it's worth it. I'm gonna keep it. Three things in summary. Ergonomics, top notch. Two, functionality. And then thirdly, the customizable capability that it has. So you put those three things together, it'll make my life a lot easier. I hope that's something that'll be helpful for you guys. As always, feel free to like this video, hit that subscribe button, and we'll be back with more reviews, more content in the future. Y'all be blessed. Peace.
Now let's go. Tick tock. It's